Hey guys, I'm Grestar, and how about we play more Life is Strange? Let's go right into it. So checking in multiple content, and here's our save file. So we are on episode 3 now. I forget what it's called. Chaos Theory, was it? I think that might have been it. I guess we'll see very shortly.
In the previous episodes of Life is Strange.
Maybe.
It's called film Little Pieces of Time.
I thought I'd hit continue, then it brings me in. I think I'm thinking of like Telltale stuff.
To control me.
Don't ever touch me again, freak!
That's right,
It totally
Prescott.
makes sense. You hella saved my life.
I think it's awesome you set a tongue record on video.
You're going to be sorry someday.
Poor Kate.
There she is. How are you doing, Max?
Hi, Joyce. I am so sorry about William. I have great memories of him.
That was his gift to us. Wonderful memories.
Let's talk about your superpower.
Yes, powers are cool.
Stelma and Louise, you're my business now.
That's
and
Rachel's bracelet. Why the fuck are you wearing her bracelet?
You want me to cut you, bitch?
No.
Please, step back.
You're kidding. Put that down.
Please get me out of here!
I did that.
Max! Nobody cares about me.
It's a shame how anticlimactic that part was. But that part was really cool. First was stopping
What are you
time,
doing here, Max?
and then having that
Now,
make
I
the
know
moment
today
more
was
tense because you
difficult
couldn't
for
go back again.
Miss Coffee, why exactly were you on the route with Kate Marsh? Please, tell us everything.
What the hell is this?
Max, there was no eclipse scheduled today.
He would know.
I believe you, Warren. I'll believe anything this week.
Together. That's right. So yeah, Life is Strange episode 3. It looked like from the preview from last time that they Chloe and Max broke into the school and they were being chased, or someone else was there, you know. I don't know if it's Nathan, trying to get back at them, or if it's, they're going to be caught by David. I assume it would be one of those two, but I don't know for sure, obviously enough. I haven't played it yet, so how could I know? Well, there are many ways I could know. I could watch other videos, I could have people tell me, but they haven't, and I haven't, so I don't know. Anyway, Square Enix. It is Enix, right? Okay, I think so. I just had this sudden thought, what if it's Enix? I did not think it was going to start at night. I can say that much. By the way, just to talk again about David really quick, I do think he's better, like I said at the end, hence talk about him again, but I still don't think he's great, because, I believe that he has the best intentions now for, setting up the cameras and everything, and I agree that Chloe can be a handful, but that doesn't mean that I agree with the way that he approaches things. He was still totally a jerk. Yeah, Chaos Theory is right, he's still totally a jerk when, we were in the principal's office, and, principal called us a hero or whatever, and he's all hero or whatever, That was, why are you acting like that? I did just save a girl's life, ease up a bit, maybe.
Kate!
No, you got her, it's cool. Saved her first try, because I think there was only one try, so... And then I think if you failed, you failed. You'd have to, resave and go through the episode again. I don't know, but yeah. I have something to show you, meet me in front of campus, and that's Chloe, okay.
I knew Chloe would be all over this, so I better get moving.
So is that big climactic thing, the only thing they showed in the preview? Is that all happening now, right away? Because it's night, Also, isn't this, Kate's rabbit?
Hey, Bunny.
Yeah.
Kate will be back soon, and until then, I'll be catering to your every whim.
Dang right, I'm gonna make sure
Are
the
you
bunny's
hungry,
fed
Bunny?
then.
Here, nosh on this.
Yeah, nosh on that, bunny. You do your noshing. Nosh away, little nosh monster. Alright. I'm not familiar with the term nosh. I guess I don't need to waste power. Bunny doesn't need light.
First I saved Chloe, then Kate, and now you, Lisa. Not a bad record for a week.
Yeah, see, because I watered it. I'm good
There's
like
been
that.
so much going on, I almost forgot about the eclipse. All this
Oh.
atmospheric action can't be a coincidence.
Right, maybe it's not
And
night.
all roads are leading to my tornado vision.
Maybe it's the
How did
eclipse.
Sherlock Holmes deduce anything without the internet?
Elementary. That's pretty much it. That's all he ever talks about.
Ew.
Clicked what? Okay.
Thanks for the image, Nathan. And everybody here thinks Samuel is a creeper?
Samuel is a creeper, but Nathan is too.
It's
Is basically
amazing
what
how
it is.
happy Kate looks here compared to today. She
And-
was
and
basically
she doesn't
pushed
look
up to
happy.
that roof. And I will use my power to find out why. This has to end.
Okay. Not gonna turn on the hi-fi or anything. Is there anything else to... Again, this game kind of teaches you, like, yeah, you have to look at everything, otherwise you're gonna miss stuff. So,
Kate's okay, Max. Take a breath. Get your shit together. You have time.
you have a lot of time.
Pretty hard to focus on my class schedule this week. I wonder why.
I don't know. But I do like the looks of that lunch period. So consistent. Alright, I think we're about good to go then. Let's just head out. So if it is an eclipse
Okay,
and not just
this is
nighttime.
scary dark. Let there be...
Light. Still kind of scary dark. Anyway, as I was saying, if it is an eclipse and not just nighttime, then yeah, the whole episode could be dark, and so the preview from
Where the
the end of
hell
episode
are
2,
you, Rachel
it could still
Amber?
apply, like to any point. The forks. What is that? I have no idea. Okay, we'll wait for Kate. What? I don't know what that means. Like, I'm pretty sure it's in support. I just am not sure what exactly it means.
That's a depressing thought. And it's always about Victoria.
Mm-hmm. Alright, anything else? Now that everything has changed, you know?
I hope you burn bright again soon, Kate.
Well, it's nice. That's nice. I'm glad everyone here's being cool, you know? Oh, wait, was this my... Oh, wait. Hello again, room. Sorry. I thought this was someone right. I went, like, in a little square. My bad. Okay. Because, you know, I just wanna check everything. So I checked that one. And, yeah.
So much hypocrite. Do they really need that crap on the door? Kate's still alive.
I don't know.
The end of the world might be coming before your party.
That's true. There's a giant tornado. Maybe there are even sharks in there. I don't know.
I bet you'll party like it's 1999.
By the way, I actually watched the first Sharknado, and now I can say, having seen it, that it is indeed a very stupid movie. That doesn't mean it can't be fun. That doesn't mean you can't have fun with it. It's just very stupid.
Hey, Max. I saw you go up on the roof and save Kate. I can't believe she tried to jump.
I can. I'm just so glad she didn't. Are you okay?
I'm just, like, shocked. I've never seen anybody try to kill themselves before.
I saw it
neither.
multiple times.
I didn't think you'd be so upset considering how much shit you and Victoria gave Kate.
I'm my own person, not Victoria's bitch. Hello, like, she's freaking too.
You
She
seem
already
like
had her
Victoria's...
perfect night.
Yeah.
Shit, I'm not supposed to tell anybody.
Where did she go?
My lips are, like, sealed. Or Victoria will seal them for me.
I thought you
No
were
doubt.
Victoria's
See you later.
witch. I can do something else with this conversation, you say? Yeah. Okay. Whoa, wait, what? Oops. Okay. Hey, you.
Max.
How you doing? Gonna comfort her? Oh. Let's just do
I
this.
know. Victoria must be upset since I saw her sneaking out of the dorm past curfew.
Oh man, like, you saw her? She was so, like, nervous when she left the dorm.
Yeah.
She wouldn't even tell me where she was going.
Probably to hell. Well, I have to go crash. It's been a rough day, as you know.
Thanks, Max. And it was, like, pretty awesome when you went up to the roof to save Kate. Victoria was wrong about you. Now I have to be alone for my nightly anxiety attack.
Oh, joy.
Talk to you later.
So I didn't, you know, do the comfort option this time, but she still seems comforted by that. Like, she thanked me and everything, and we seem on better
Kate
terms than the
probably
other
won't
ones,
want
so...
to look at these posters when she comes back.
Okay, so let's see. Save, not sorry. No matter how much you like each other, one slip up could change your life. You have a choice. There's nothing wrong with waiting. See, that's the thing, yeah, I agree, there's nothing wrong with waiting, however, we should be properly educated about
Victoria
sex
isn't
and safe
here.
sex and
Maybe I'll
everything.
just wait and bide my time.
Properly educated, not just scared.
Hey, Max?
Dana's really hurting over this.
Yeah, what's up, girl? I heard you. Girl? Girl? Oh wait, were you in here? Was that you? Hey.
Hey, Dana. How are you doing?
Better than Kate. I just can't believe she would even attempt suicide.
Yeah.
I think we're all responsible for what happened.
True. But you're the only one who went up to that roof with Kate.
Yeah, I'm pretty awesome.
I was lucky. That's all.
No, girl. That was not luck. You made a choice to save her.
Superhero.
Like a superhero.
That was pretty
Then
cool.
maybe it's time to catch the bad guys.
So what exactly are you saying, Max?
You
Sorry
think
about the
this
mic.
has something to do with Nathan being expelled?
Yeah.
It's complicated. I don't want to drag you into this, okay? Not yet, anyway.
I'm getting scared now. But people here are still sneaking out tonight.
What? Like who?
Victoria.
Victoria bounced out of here earlier, and now you, Sherlock?
Not me.
Another
I
Sherlock
need
reference.
a break from today. Get some sleep too, Dana. I'll see you later.
You called me in, but there was nothing significant about that conversation? Was it just to learn about Victoria? I was expecting some kind of little consequence thingy.
Aw, Trevor is a sweetie. Good for Dana.
See, from Trevor to Dana. Hey Dana, I've been thinking about you all day and know how hard it was for you to see Kate almost jump from the roof today. Glad that Max swooped in like a superhero. I don't have anything deep or smart to say. I just want you to know that you're a good friend to Kate, and I wish she had more friends like you. You have been so good for me when everything else is so effed up, and I am here for you always. I miss you, Trev. Thank you so much for thinking of me. I keep seeing Kate on that roof and feel like I should have done more to help her. Max did more than anybody else to save Kate, and I don't think they're BFF. So happy you're thinking about me. I can't wait to see you tomorrow, and you are just as good for me as you think I am for you. Dreaming of you tonight. Cool. You know what that reading reminded me of, friends? We got journals! Wait, this button, yeah. So, wait, is this stuff that I should be reading? I don't remember. Oh, jeez. Oh, no. Wait. Where did I've only read this once. I was thinking that, like, really only this character one would update, you know? But I guess this one updates too. Oh, wait, so is this... Okay, we got the prologue. That's the one we read, right? Is this episode 1 and then this episode 2 kind of thing? Alright, this episode is gonna have a lot of reading, so I guess let's get started looking into these. So does she not update these then? Are these just about... New ones just pop up when they pop up, I guess, when the character becomes significant. Okay, then in that case, I think we really just need Rachel, Joyce, and Frank. Maybe David, let's see. Nope, okay. So we're gonna just do these 3, and then I'm gonna go back and read a lot of the journals, from before, so... If you don't like reading, this might be the end of the episode for you. I apologize, but, you know, gotta do what you gotta do. Alright, Rachel. Where is Rachel Amber? Even though Blackwell Academy feels so remote and tranquil, you still get sad reminders of reality, like missing person posters literally wallpapered all over canvas. Okay, no, I actually did read this one before, but I'll just continue. I already know her name through osmosis. I guess she was a popular student here and vanished 6 months ago. Rachel has a great picture on her missing person poster. She looks posed and pretty like a model. Of course, I wonder who took the photo. Did she run away from home? I'd like to hope so, for her sake. It's so depressing, and I feel awful for her parents. What a crappy thing to go through. Sigh. No matter how much Blackwell seems to like a secret bubble of knowledge, you can't escape the real world. Okay. Talking to Joyce Price after 5 years was almost as intense as seeing Chloe again, especially right back in ye old Two Whales Diner. That clinking of silverware and the smell of sizzling bacon rewound me back to being a kid, hanging out there with my parents for breakfast. I remember her always smiling at Chloe, even in mischief. Doubt she smiles at her hijinks now, but they still banter like mother and daughter. I moved to Seattle so soon after William died that I never saw how it affected Joyce. I'm glad she's not pissed at me for being selfish and never looking back. I still remember the last time Chloe and I saw him alive. I wonder how often Joyce relives that. I wonder how often Joyce relives that day. That's the worst kind of rewind, one you can't control. But if I could go back to that moment, what would I do? I can only imagine how Joyce ended up with David Madsen. Talk about opposites. You can tell she loves him, disturbing as that sounds. Maybe she just wanted a more structured life for herself. Obviously, it didn't work out that way with Chloe. I hope they both treat her right. Joyce deserves the best. I'll never forget Frank, if only because he's the first and last person I will ever aim a gun at. How did Chloe end up in this sketchy drug dealer's orbit? The weird thing is that when I first saw him threatening Chloe in the junkyard, I was more shocked how uncreepy he looked. I expected some try-hard gangster, but he looked more like a dumpster diving troll. Which I guess he kinda is since we were on his turf, testing out my rewind skills for Chloe's amusement. I'm so dirty down there. Though he didn't look like a serial killer, his vibe, aura, energy, whatever, was bad. I could literally feel the hair on my arms prickling. He wanted the money Chloe owed him, so it didn't make sense he would hurt her, but I wasn't going to take a chance. So yes, I actually threatened him with David's gun. Ridiculous. Fortunately, none of us ended up like Reservoir Dogs, and I saw that maybe Frank isn't as scary as I thought. But I don't want Chloe near him ever again. Since he was wearing one of Rachel Amber's bracelets for WTF reasons, I doubt Chloe will be partying with him anymore. But he's at the top of our suspect list now. Alright, well, it looks like we're done with all of these. So unless she's going to add more pictures, I guess we've met all of the main characters? It's hard to say. But I'm pretty sure I've done all of this stuff, so let's look at Monday. No, it's gotta be the prologue then. Where do I stop then? Okay, I think this is where it stops, right? Like where I first read. Alright! This does not exist, October 7th. This will be the weirdest journal entry I will ever make. So weird I don't know how or where to start. But it started with the most vivid dream of my life. I was lost in a storm by the lighthouse until I came to the edge of the cliff. Then I saw a giant tornado headed for Arcadia Bay. It was so real that I could feel the rain stinging my face. And I was scared crapless. Then a boat hit the... Oh, that was a boat? I don't remember that. Then a boat hit the lighthouse, and I swear I actually felt like I was going to die. But I woke up in Mr. Jefferson's class, and I wasn't even sleeping. I almost fell out of my chair. Jefferson called on me, but I totally blew the answer. Of course, Victoria pounced on me and made me look like a bigger idiot. She's so awful. Then I didn't have the guts to turn in a photo for the Everyday Heroes contest while Victoria did her usual suck up to Jefferson. He's so cool, and he clearly wants me to succeed. I feel so crappy. I just wanted to get to the bathroom to be alone and wash my face after that nightmare. Or daymare. Once I got to the bathroom, I saw this odd, beautiful blue butterfly flutter in, and right when I took a photo of it in the corner, Nathan Prescott came in, freaking out, talking to himself. I hid in the corner and the punk girl came in and they started arguing about drugs and money. Then Nathan actually whipped out a gun and shot the girl. This is where it gets strange. When Nathan fired the gun, I came around the corner and reached out for some dumb reason, as if I could stop the bullet. But suddenly, I could feel the world twisting around me and this pressure in my head. Everything seemed to rewind and I found myself right back in class at my desk. I literally thought I had been dosed with some drug until I calmed myself down. I saw everything happen in class the way it did before Major Groundhog Deja Vu. Somehow I was able to actually rewind time. She drew that picture of herself? That's pretty cool. What? Meow? Buttercup. Anyway, I knew the only way to find out if I was having a breakdown was to go back to the bathroom and see if I could save that girl from Nathan. Nathan this time. I had no idea how either. I just knew I couldn't live with myself if I let her die again. I escaped Jefferson this time by knowing exactly how to answer his questions and rushed to the bathroom. I hid in the corner again and I couldn't believe it when Nathan showed up, freaking out all over again. Then the girl came into the bathroom, and before Nathan could shoot her, I smashed open the ancient fire alarm and scared both of them away. Victory! Until I got grilled by the security chief, David Madsen, who thinks he's Chuck Norris' Black Whale Ranger. Nathan Prescott almost kills a girl in the bathroom, but no, I'm the problem. I was so glad when Principal Wells stepped in to shoot David away. Then I made the possibly fatal decision to inform Principal Wells that I saw Nathan waving a gun in the bathroom. I didn't think I should mention the girl or my new rewind abilities for obvious reasons. He didn't want to believe me and almost made me feel like crap for telling him that Blackwell's most big effing deal student would carry a firearm to class. I couldn't tell him that he actually killed a girl in a previous timeline. So my school day started with an apocalyptic dream, then ended with saving a life and discovering I have some kind of power to rewind time. I don't know how to top that. Everything feels so surreal right now. I can't talk to anybody about this. Well, the only person I haven't seen in 5 years. Chloe! I could confide in Warren. He's smart and knows science, so maybe he could even think of an explanation. Though I have no idea what that could be. You can't go outside! Until I can figure this out. I better stay on the down low with this stuff and focus on my classes. Warren sent me a text asking for his flash drive back, even though I haven't had a chance to check out all the cool shows and films on there. I watched a few episodes of Doctor Who and X-Files, binged on Full Metal Alchemist, then Faster Pussycat, Kill Kill, all kinds of Amazon Women, Black and White, Bad A... I don't know how to say that. I mean, I know how to say that, but like not while censoring it. Tetsuo, a total cyberpunk trip with amazing visuals, and Scott Pilgrim for about the millionth time. What's cool is that these are actually real things, as I'm sure you guys have noticed, but I like that. On a side note, I saw a missing persons poster on campus for Rachel Amber, a pretty Blackwell student who vanished. It's so sad to see her smiling face and think about the awful things that could happen. If there was a way for me to rewind back 6 months, I totally would. I had to go back to the dorms to get Warren's flash drive, and yes, Victoria and her Vortex Vixens blocked me from getting in, and even took my picture. It was so High School Movie, I can't believe she did it. No, exactly, that's one of the things, it's like they're so stereotypical and just immature with their bullying. Anyway, she actually told me to go F your selfie, though it was funny. I don't know why she has to act that way. She already has everything she wants, doesn't she? And she forced me to use my rewind until I finally came up with a way to get her out of my way. I don't want to use this power for trivial bullcrap, especially if I have been given an actual gift from the universe, but it did give me a chance to test it out. Meanwhile... But I felt like crap seeing Victoria sitting there by herself on the steps covered in paint. She didn't look like the Queen Biatch of Blackwell, just a lonely girl as confused as me. I knew I had to find out if she was okay. She was actually nice and apologized. She even deleted the picture she took of me off her phone. So maybe there's hope for the future. More high school drama. Juliet wouldn't let Dana out of her room because she thought Zachary was sexting Dana. So stupid. I was so tired from everything, and since Dana borrowed Warren's flash drive, I had to intervene. Juliet told me Victoria was the one who gave her the inside scoop on Zach and Dana, so I knew that Victoria was playing them all. I snuck into Victoria's room and onto her laptop and found out that she was indeed lying through her butt, just to create drama. It's so awkward censoring things sometimes. I'm sure you can tell. Of course, I felt like a weasel going through Victoria's room and laptop. What the fluff? Once I gave Juliet proof that Victoria was behind this, I went to get Warren's flash drive from Dana. She was in a weird mood, so I had to look around to see if I could find out why. I found a home pregnancy test along with a note from Logan and a doctor's appointment. Dana admitted she was pregnant, and I realized that all of my friends have troubles that are just as significant as mine. Sigh. I really need to get the hang of this whole rewind thing. I don't want to waste this power, but there has to be a reason it was given to me, so I better learn how to use it right. I could have used it for something as easy as warning Alyssa she was going to get a football field headshot. How selective should I be with this power? I also saw David Madsen hassling Kate Marsh. I couldn't hear everything, but he was accusing her of something. All that guy can do is point fingers. I got so pissed I went over to stop him from being such a bully. He's a security guard, not a stormtrooper. He was a butthole, as usual, but I felt good about what I did, and Kate seemed truly happy that somebody stood up for her. And I did that without using my rewind power. Bull! Okay, I want to point something out. So, from what I can recall, I did find the pregnancy test in Dana's room. However, I went back in time so that I didn't find that. However, Max, having gone back in time, would still have found it, and so she wrote it in the journal. Like, that much makes sense to me, right? But then the thing is, I picked the opposite choice with the David Madsen Kate Marsh thing. I took a picture first, and there's nothing written about that, but then to solidify the issue, she mentions, and I did that without using my rewind power. So just between these two pages, I feel like there's a pretty big inconsistency where once I did something rewound and she's still counting it as having been done, and in the other instance, I did something rewound, did the other thing, and now she's saying that the second thing was the only thing she did, that she didn't use her powers, that she didn't take a picture. So, that's kind of weird. Anyway. Again, I understand that with game mechanics or just making a game with programming it, there's only so much you can do. With these journal entries, it probably is just a thing where it's like, well, did they do this? Then, you check off that box, and that's included in the journal, like when you check it. But still, it is an inconsistency as far as logic goes. So anyway, this day keeps getting stranger. I don't even believe what I'm writing, and I can't even do a simple task like giving Warren back his flash drive without getting into a situation. In this case, though, it turned out half bad and half good, which I guess is the yin and yang of life. When I met with Warren in the lot and checked out his new retro wheels, guess who showed up? Nathan Prescott, freaking out all over again. He got all up in my face to accuse me of bullcrap. Even though I was scared because I know what he did to that girl in the bathroom, I was more furious. Then the girl in the bathroom pulled up in a truck. My former best friend, Chloe Price. We both looked at each other like, WTF? Next thing I knew, I was in her truck as Warren earned his man card and tried to get Nathan off my butt. I owe Warren big time. Seeing Chloe for the first time in 5 years was such a shock I was almost paralyzed, especially after realizing that Nathan had almost killed her right in front of me. Now Chloe shows up out of the blue to save me. Of all the bizarro and unexplainable crap happening today, sitting in Chloe's battered truck, listening to music and staring at her dashboard bobblehead might be at the top. I don't think so. I mean, that's pretty big, but not as big as discovering, hey, I can rewind time and save people's lives. I think that's bigger. So I need to process the fact that Chloe and I were two best friends who didn't know each other anymore. She had blue hair, piercings, and cool boots, and I looked like a dork. I didn't know where to start, and she wasn't exactly extending an olive branch. So we sat like strangers. At least I had time to catch my breath and realize that in the parking lot melee with Nathan and Warren, my camera got busted up. I didn't care considering everything else going on, but it sucked on top of everything else going on. Going back to Chloe's old house for the first time in 5 years was like the ultimate rewind. Some things were obviously different, but some things weren't. The house smelled exactly the same as it did when we were growing up. Chloe's room was like an exploded version of her new adult self, cool and chaotic. I could tell she was pissed. She wanted to blaze up and chill, so I explored her room to play catch-up on what she was into these days. I'm another one. Then I found a photo of Chloe with Rachel Amber. Chloe freaked and laid into me for not calling her once. I deserved it. She had become best friends with Rachel and they were going to bail on Arcadia Bay and head out to Los Angeles for fame and fortune. I could tell how much Chloe cared about Rachel since she was the one putting up the posters. Oh, I just look at the page count. Page 19 of 38. Oh my gosh. Okay, this whole episode is gonna be reading. I felt even crappier about leaving Chloe alone all those years when she most needed me. You suck, Max. But Chloe's obsessed with Rachel, the missing girl. She says Rachel vanished after meeting some amazing dude. Probably some psycho online. Chloe wanted to smoke out and be alone, so I went downstairs to find tools to fix my camera. Snooping deeper, I hit the paranoia jackpot and found a whole mini surveillance setup of Chloe's house, with cameras in the halls and some rooms. Truly creepy crap. What kind of uber paranoid puts cameras throughout his own home? Chloe's stepfather, I guess. I see why she's got serious attitude. When I got back upstairs, I couldn't fix the stupid camera, but Chloe saw the butterfly photo and knew I was in the bathroom and set off the alarm. Her attitude totally changed as she realized that I had saved her life. Even though it could have gone the other way, she was so happy like when we were kids, and it was great to see her face light up. She even gave me her dad's awesome old Instamatic as a symbol of our reunion. She cranked up the tunes and started dancing on her bed like a maniac. She even got me to shake my booty, just a bit. That's when Chloe's stepfather showed up, and it was David Matson. Objective, I have to meet up with Chloe. I couldn't hide, and then David came in, angry about the music and that I was there. He was even scarier off campus because he didn't have the school around him. He accused Chloe of taking one of his guns, which she did. Then crap got real. David found Chloe's joint and flipped out on us. I said it was my pot and David got in my face, but Chloe stepped in like a boss. David has it out for me now, but whatever. Chloe was so touched I was willing to take the blame. Kinda. Chloe and I decided to get out of there and catch up on our exploring, like best friends. So Chloe and I ended up at the lighthouse, watching the sunset. Chloe was mellow and told me more about David and his uber paranoia at school and home. It all made sense. But I wanted to know why Chloe was in that bathroom with Nathan Prescott. She told me he deals drugs and she wanted to blackmail him to pay off some big loan. It's so strange where our lives have gone since the last time we hung out when we were 13. Then I had another nightmare, or duskmare. I was right back at the lighthouse in a storm, except this time I was following a ghostly deer until I got to the edge of the cliff. I could see the tornado destroying everything in its path, and again I could feel the cold sting of the rain. The lighthouse was crumbling, and I felt so helpless watching the tornado move towards town. Then Chloe snapped me out of the dream, and I told her what I saw. And as if to make the day end on another unusual note, snow started falling from the sky and the warm sunset. It felt so weird, ominous, and beautiful all at once. Especially standing there with my best friend. And on that positive thought, I have officially earned a great night's sleep. Alright, so I assume this would be the beginning of episode 1? Or episode 2's journal? That's what I meant, episode 2. Wait, no. Is it? No, because prologue episode 1, then episode... I don't know. I don't know what this is. Anyway, like, we have 15 pages left, so I guess it could be episode 1. Anyway, hello world, October 8th. I woke up this morning a different person, even if nobody knows yet. After yesterday's intense revelations of my rewind power and saving Chloe's life, among the other cray-cray, as Victoria might say, events at Blackwell, I have to assume everything is different now. And I thought exposing my photos to the world was going to be hard. After Chloe dropped me off back at my dorm yesterday, I tried to find out more about that freak snowfall that happened when we were at the lighthouse, but the local meteorologists are stumped so far. I felt so jacked up that I pulled an all-nighter on time in physics research. Not being Warren, I ended up knowing less about my situation than when I started. I don't really think that my tornado vision and the snowfall are connected, but at this point, I have no effing clue what to believe. I'm just so glad Chloe and I are a team again. That has to be destiny. Now I have to hit the showers and get ready to meet Chloe for breakfast. Lord knows I need it. I ran into Kate in the showers and she asked for the October Country back. I love that book and definitely need to get my own copy. Of course, when I was in the shower, Victoria and Taylor barged in and totally started ragging on poor Kate about the video. Just to be complete a-holes, they wrote the link on the mirror. I truly don't understand how they get off on acting like that. Victoria has everything. What does she gain by being a bully to Kate Marsh? We're supposed to be adults here, but I swear it's like Battle Royale, just without the dystopia and exploding heads. Only Victoria can make me feel dirty in a shower. Only Victoria? You have quite a tolerance. The plot thickens, and I can't get out. So after listening to Victoria and Taylor rag on Kate about the video, I came back to my room to find this creepy photo montage. Only Nathan would be this disturbed. The thought that Nathan was in here actually setting up this weird gallery is way effed up. I better start being more careful around here. I almost want a surveillance system now. As if things here weren't dramatic enough, I got a creepy text from a private number. Nathan? Victoria? No clue. I really have to start watching my back. I still had to give Kate's book back, so I went to her room. I knew she wasn't doing good, but I didn't know how bad until I went in. All the lights were off, blinds closed like some emo goth den. And Kate is the opposite of emo or goth. She was just crying in the dark, and it was so sad to see her like this. More sad is that I wished I could take a picture of her framed in her expressionist misery. Kate admitted that she thinks something more happened to her than just a video. Plus, she told me that Nathan Prescott gave her a ride from the party to the ER, and she thinks he did something to her, but she doesn't remember what. It's hard not to believe Kate, considering what kind of a person she is and what kind of person Nathan is. I've seen for myself exactly what that effer is capable of. Of course, Kate asked if she should go to the police and the principal. I told Kate she should absolutely go to them. Other people could be in danger, but Kate also said she would use me as her backup, which kind of scares me because of this text threat. Should I be getting this involved when somebody is obviously stalking me, or worse already? This is getting freakier than I can handle. Supermax, not. Though, about that, I still really wish that I had been given a choice at that point, because I really hated when I told her to go to the police, and then she said she'd use me as backup, and then I'm like, no, leave me out of this. You know, like, I thought that was terrible. I absolutely would have had Kate's back, so I didn't like that part. I ran into Warren, or rather, Warren was waiting to run into me. Naturally, he wanted to know what the heck happened in the parking lot with the Chloe and Nathan show. Once again, I felt like a dick because I should have gotten a hold of Warren to see if he was okay after we just left him in the lot. I do owe Warren. I only told him a little about what was going on with Nathan. The less he knows, the better for him. I would love to at least tell him about my ability to effing reverse time and space, but ironically, I don't think it's the right time or space. Besides, he would want to marry me immediately, just so he could have his own human time machine. Or capture me for scientific experiments. Or make me go to the drive-in with him. Oh wait, I did say I would go to the drive-in with him. Hope he doesn't make a lame move on me. Not that he would, egomaniac. Warren and I do have a lot in common, but he's like a super cool geek brother. Anyway, I definitely need a movie escape. Alright, game. Why don't you just decide my romantic interest for me? Don't let me decide whether I want to be interested in Chloe or Warren. No! You clearly know better. Warren is clearly the better choice there. I'll give her this. I'll give her this. Again, I'm, like, physically attracted to Chloe in many ways. I like a lot of that punk aspect. Not all of it, but I like a lot of it, you know. However, yeah, Chloe, just from how things have been so far, is not good for Max. It just would not be a good relationship, where Warren, on the other hand, would be supporting her every chance he gets, clearly likes her, that sort of thing. Whereas Chloe, like, even if Chloe becomes better in future episodes, we've seen how, like, possessive and everything she can be, how rude she can be, how just, you know, in general and that kind of stuff. I do think she's going to get better, partly because comments tell me so. But just all in all, I think that Warren is the better choice for her. Anyway, the to be fair thing that I was going to say is, you know the game, like, Kill, Marry, Bang? Or you might know it with different words, but you know that game, right? Like, so you have 3 people, you kill one, you marry one, you bang the other. I think that it would probably be like, you know, marry Warren, bang Chloe, and kill third person. You know, like, I just had a brief conversation with someone else about that, and they're like, yes, that's exactly it. And so, I don't know, there's apparently a lot more hate for Warren than I realized. I think that Warren is a lot like me. Like, I relate to him a lot, except he's better than me in, like, every way. So I don't like when people talk bad about him, because then I'm like, what about me? You know, like, he's more confident than me, he's more ballsy than me, he's smarter than me, I think he's cuter than me, you know, all this stuff. Anyway, let's move on from that. Before catching the bus out to meet Chloe, I saw Nathan talking to David, which made me nervous. Otherwise, I had a nice soundtracked ride to the Two Whales Diner. Talk about going back in time. I haven't seen the diner in 5 years, but it looks exactly the same. Although now there are way less fishermen and way more dumped food carts than when we were kids. Chloe and I had the best backdrop to play pirate. Old ships and a big ocean. Chloe was late, duh, so I was happy to be distracted by seeing Joyce again. The diner is like a museum piece, except with customers. Better still, the food hasn't changed at all. Joyce seemed really glad to see me again, and she didn't give me a guilt trip for not staying in touch. After William died, she wanted to move forward with a new life and husband. Chloe doesn't want to accept that. Joyce naturally gave me crap for corrupting Chloe with my devil weed, though I'm not sure she even believed it was mine. What could I say? I can see she actually loves David, even if I don't see how. The breakfast was so worth the grief, though. So much drama, and I haven't even finished my breakfast. Finally, Chloe showed up, more bubbly than I would have thought after almost getting killed in a bathroom yesterday. It makes me happy to see her smile. But that smile meant trouble, since all she really wanted was for me to show off my rewind power. So I did, and I have to admit, I felt like a total boss. Except, I did start feeling weak and woozy the more I rewound. I even got a nosebleed, which kind of freaked me out. And then I passed out, and then I just kind of like woke up again on Chloe's lap. So, Chloe always wants more, so she demanded we go to her top secret lair. She still had to get pissed off at me because I dared to answer Kate's call. Oh no, that's later. Okay, no. I thought when she was talking about the rewind, she meant at the lair. Never mind, right. Okay, anyway. She still had to get pissed at me because I dared to answer Kate's call. I'm not a fan of Chloe's petulant side. Exactly. She tried to make me feel like a butt, but screw that. Kate was so happy I answered, I actually felt worse for her. Chloe has to know I can have 2 friends at once. Just when I thought crap couldn't get crazier, Chloe took me to her secret lair, the city dump. Perfect for Halloween. Like where the vehicle and appliance ghosts of Arcadia Bay come to rot and rust. Urban dystopia porn. But instead of taking cool photos, Chloe had me do some silly kind of fun gun tricks. Until the guy Chloe owes money to showed up. Okay, well hey, to be fair, she did not mention the whole passing out thing. I'm pretty sure she passed out. Yeah, and then Chloe, because then they woke up like clear away, because I know the truck was a ways away from the gun where they set up the bottles. Anyway, where was I? Until the guy Chloe owes money to showed up. Some skeevy guy called Frank. He demanded Chloe pay him back, or else. I was shocked that he wasn't the loan shark I had expected, but I could literally feel his bad vibe. I still can't see how my best friend ended up involved with a loser like Frank. Things got truly crazy when Frank took Chloe's gun, or should I say David's gun. And now we have to worry about one more lunatic after Chloe, and maybe me. Chloe really flipped out when she saw that Frank was wearing one of Rachel Amber's bracelets. That means we definitely have another suspect. This is so not how I intended to spend my time back in Arcadia Bay. After all that drama-rama volume 33, Chloe and I ended up taking a walk along the tracks deep in the woods. We both needed to hear nothing but the sounds of nature and wildlife. I was shaking inside from our encounter with Frank, and though Chloe fronts tough, I could tell she was shaken too. She told me everything about Frank, which explains why she was trying to blackmail Nathan. It shocks me that the girl I grew up with watching SpongeBob ended up in such a scary orbit. Still, I felt safer with her at my side, and I was glad we had a moment of peace. So it probably wasn't the best idea to lay down on the tracks and wax about life, etc., as Chloe's leg got caught in the rail just as the gosh darn train showed up. Of course, I was off trying to take a photo for my portfolio, and then I had another quick flash of my tornado vision. I could see it, almost feel it, tearing the sky apart. My head felt like it was exploding, like in the 80s film Scanners. I actually know the scene they're referencing there. Just as fast as the vision came in, it disappeared. I may be in denial about what this apocalyptic image means, or doesn't. Then I heard Chloe screaming for help, and I was crapping kittens. Her foot was stuck in the dang rail, and naturally the train was coming around the mountain. I was pretty proud of myself for coming up with a drastic, if not destructive solution to saving Chloe, once again, but just in case this journal ever falls into the wrong hands, it's going to remain our BFF secret. So there. Now she says, a drastic, if not destructive solution to saving Chloe, but according to like the decision page at the end of the last episode, I did not tamper with the railing, so I feel like I did the non-destructive thing, so I'm not exactly sure what she was talking about. Like, I snipped the wire, but that's the most destructive thing I really did. Unless maybe I broke the lock too of that one building using the crowbar, but still, saved a life. Anyway, our morning adventure over, Chloe dropped me off back at campus. She was so sweet and said that this had been the best week of her life, despite everything. That made me feel so awesome. Chloe really sees us like we're taking over the world. But what if I hadn't had been able to use my rewind power to get her off of the tracks? Chloe might have to lower her expectations, and so will I. We're almost done, guys. We're almost done. Speaking of expectations, David Madsen stopped to talk to me without being a total prick. Yeah, see? I thought he was going to bust me for taking the heat for Chloe's weed, but we just talked a little. And for the first time, I felt kind of sorry for David. He is a veteran. I know he probably saw awful things in combat. He said he doesn't want to fight with Chloe or me. But all the crap he's pulled and treating Kate like she's a suspect, it just makes it hard to get along. But I promise to try. For world peace. And that's actually kind of how I feel about David right now, where it's like, I feel kind of bad for him. I think that there is a better side to him, but that doesn't excuse everything that he's done, or at least the way that he's done them, you know? So, I'm gonna, like, try to give him a break and everything, but he's still not, like, completely off the hook in my book, so, yeah. Something odd happened, as if everything happening isn't bizarro, but I saw Kate having an intense conversation with Mr. Jefferson, and she ended up practically running away from him in tears. I tried to chase after her and have her talk to me, but she just kept ignoring me and pushing me aside. I followed her all the way to the doors, but in the end, I just had to watch her go. I wish I could have casually asked, "Oh, by the way, what's up with Kate?" like he would tell me anyway. I know Kate treats Jefferson like he's an apostle or something, so what did he say to make her so upset? Just when I was feeling good about Chloe and me, I walk into Jefferson's class and see Nathan and Victoria actually sitting on my desk. Unreal. A-hole bookends. Kate Marsh almost killed herself. My hands are still shaking, but I have to write this down while I can. Right at the start of Jefferson's class, Kate went to the roof of the girls' dorm to jump. Every student and teacher was watching her, like it was a Blackwell rooftop concert. I saw her actually jump, but I was just about able to use my rewind to get her back on the roof, again and again. I tried harder than I ever did, and somehow I stopped time completely. I made it to the roof, but again my head felt like it was going to blow up. I knew I couldn't just keep rewinding to save Kate. I had to try and talk her down on my own. She was already in so much pain over the video and all the bullying, so she wasn't going to buy everything I tried to tell her. You see movies with people trying to talk somebody out of suicide, but it's very different when I'm the one doing the talking. I covered everything I could, and Kate almost jumped anyway. Cliché or not, I told her how much her friends and family love her, even if they don't all show it now. Lo and behold, Kate stepped back from the ledge, alive. I almost cried in her arms. I know this isn't about me, though I have to admit it was an amazing feeling to walk arm in arm with Kate from the roof to outside the dorm. Like I said, the whole school and police were watching us almost completely silent. Then I heard what sounded like Logan yelling out, "Give it up for Max!" And everybody started to clap and cheer. Talk about surreal. The people who ignored me or treated me like crap suddenly crushing on me. That might be the strangest thing that's happened to me this insane week. And that made me wonder if Victoria was watching and how she felt about all this. I almost wanted to find her, just to get in her smug face for enabling Kate's suicide attempt. Such cruel bullcrap. Though, to be fair, Victoria wasn't the only one that was responsible. Nathan Prescott seemed to have disappeared, which was probably a good thing. And after all that, I still had to talk to the police and give a statement. Felt so weird to do since I've seen it in pretty much every police procedural show. I had to lie my butt off when he questioned me about the other students, because I just don't think the police are ever going to find out what happened. Yes, this looks like a job for Supermax! Right. Though, of course, I do love it when Chloe calls me that, even if I don't feel that everyday heroic for helping Kate down. Maybe it's wrong for me to think I have to feel anything but grateful that Kate didn't jump. What was really odd was when all the students and faculty staff surrounded me and Kate and started patting our backs and shoulders, like we were heroes. I wasn't sure how to respond considering Kate almost threw herself off the roof because of everybody at school, but like I said, I can't blame everybody, and I still don't really know where to point all my fingers. The very best thing was that even though Kate was still in tears and confused, I definitely saw her smile when she realized how happy everybody was that she was alive. I smiled too. The police and paramedics swooped in, and then Kate was covered in a blanket and gently escorted to the ambulance. They didn't thank me or look at me like I was a hero. I guess they're used to saving people without applause. Sad but true. But if I'm super honest, it felt pretty cool. Like I got a hug from the whole school. So, maybe Blackwell Academy isn't totally bad. It's not enough that Kate is alive, and though I'm not enough of an egomaniac to take credit, I still had to get the Blackwell third degree from Principal Wells. It was bizarre to be in his tacky office with Nathan Prescott, David Mattson, and Mr. Jefferson calmly talking about why Kate would attempt suicide. I was quiet but giddy inside, just replaying in my head the moment when Kate stepped toward me with a glimmer of hope in her eyes. Part of me wanted to smash Nathan's smug face against the desk, knowing he had a lot to do with Kate's suicide attempt. I thought about doing it, then flipping a quick rewind, but I knew that would be the start of a bad, dangerous habit. Fortunately, Principal Wells amazingly did the right thing and booted Nathan for a few days after I told him what happened in the bathroom. He must have more crap on Nathan, because otherwise, I doubt this would have happened to a Prescott. That's some small justice for Kate. There'll be more if it's the last thing I do, which it could be if I'm not careful. After being grilled in the principal's den, I hung out with Warren on the lawn so I could feel grass under my feet and watch the fluffy clouds. He's such a sweetheart. He kept telling me about how proud he was. He kept telling me how proud he was that I stopped Kate from jumping. I don't believe that. I don't believe that I did, but I have to say it's better to be treated like a hero at school than a twee loser. I don't know twee. I don't really know what that means. Still, I told Warren that something ominous is happening at Blackwell Academy. Rachel Amber, Chloe, and now Kate have all been victims. Not to mention me if I keep playing amateur detective. Wish I could have let Warren know about my power, but it's not the right time. As if anything is the right time anymore. And to make the day end on the most surreal note possible, the sky went dark and we watched a solar eclipse that was not announced on the news or any astronomy site. What is happening to Arcadia Bay? Ah. Well, there we have it. It's saving. Why is it saving? Because I read? There we have it, everyone. All the journal entries. Woo! Alright. Let's get back to playing the game, shall we? Let's do this. Cue outro, go!